Hello, welcome to Blood Moon Oracle, to the encouragement of the day. Happy weekend. I'm going to stamp this a timeless reading. No matter when you stop on this page, I feel like this is going to be something that is timeless and that will be applicable tomorrow, a week from tomorrow, a year. It's timeless. So whenever you stop on this message, it's going to be applicable. Okay. If you have the feeling of wanting to like, share, comment, please do so. Also, subscribe if you're just passing through for the first time, maybe, and you've yet to do so. Feel free to hit the bell so you'll be notified in the future in case I go live. Today I am pulling from my Crow Tarot Oracle and my Crow Tarot deck as well. And then I'm also going to pull from my animal spirit energies as well as final messages come through. What is the message, the encouragement for the day, Spirit? This timeless message coming through today. And I'm feeling like the energy of being very on guard, a little bit anxious as well. An energy, excuse me one second. An energy, that's better, that could possibly benefit from release, some type of release right now. And that would be different, right, for everybody. But whatever your release is, whatever you do for yourself to release tension and frustration, to release anxiety and worry, that is being called right now for you to do that. Because I feel like this energy that could be in a reactionary state, right? It feels like it could be, and I'm hearing Spirit say to look for positivity, because we tend to find whatever it is that we're looking for. And so if we're searching through, and I don't know why I'm saying someone searching through something, and whatever it is that you are intending to find, that's what you're going to find. So if you're looking for something and your intention is to find something positive, when you find it, that's what you'll see. It's all about perspective and how we're looking at a thing. And there's some part of this too, this energy that's talking about being aware of that, like how we are attuning to things. I hear Spirit saying we are going to find exactly what we're looking for, right? And so look for beautiful, look for love, look for encouragement, right? Because you can two people can look at the same thing. One person can pull encouragement out of it, and then the other person can pull something sarcastic and some undertones, dark undertones, right? But it's how they're looking at it and what they're expecting to get when they look at it, right? It's almost the concept of the glass being half full or half empty. Depending on how you look at it, you may see lack. The other person may see abundance with what they're looking at. And so it's all in the way that we're looking at it. And it all has something to do with the predisposition that lies within us, Spirit is saying, okay? And so the energy coming out today is play, memory, and abundance. And so, like I was saying, there's some part of the energy that needs to be just relaxed, right? It needs to be relaxed. Take this opportunity to recognize the abundance that you have in this moment. I almost feel like there could be something tapping in, maybe some memory, right? We have our bodies are amazing. Let me say that. And it has amazing um, systems set up in the body to help, calm us down. It has systems set up to protect us. It has systems set up to keep us, on guard and alert. And this card, the memory card for me, feels like being aware, of our bodies being aware. Our bodies in itself has its own intellectual being, right? That's why we have such things as memory, body memory, or movement memory. We talk about our learning style. Some of us are able to learn through motion of doing a thing, and our body actually retains that memory to the point where we no longer even have to think about it because the body has memorized that action and can do it without the help of the mind. Well, in that same way, sometimes those memories can also attach itself to negative things. It could also attach itself to positive things, right? It's all in the way that we um, look at that memory. So there's something about memory here in this present moment that may be affecting this present moment and how we're experiencing it. So Spirit is just bringing this up to be aware of what is actually realistically taking place and what is actually connected to some type of, uh, you know, past experience. Okay. That's what I hear Spirit saying right now. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what's coming out in the energy for today for the encouragement. Okay. Thank you for stopping by again. Blood Moon Oracle is the channel. Like, share, comment if you are enjoying the content on this channel. I know it's different, but different is good, right? It is. Okay. So, yeah, there is, in fact, with the Fool, the Ace of Wands, and the World, there are experiences in this moment that is actually leading us to see things differently. It's almost like a new window that may have been be living in a building that didn't have any windows, and someone comes and installs a new window. And now it's like, oh, I didn't know I was across the street from the, such and such. I didn't realize, my location to everything. Now that I have a window of seeing out, it's almost like this new window opening up and you being able to see through to something that you didn't even realize was there, an opportunity that you didn't realize was there. There's some awakening to something that has your attention, that has opened up some type of opportunity, that is also providing a way to close out something else as well. And not necessarily when I say close, I mean advancing to the next level. A closing doesn't necessarily mean that you forget and you walk away and you never use that experience. It means the experience has taken you to a place where you now no longer operate in that experience, but you're able to take what you've learned and move forward with it and use that data, use those experiences and those lessons to operate on a higher level. Okay. So there's something about what's happening around you, what's happening within right now that's providing this new experience, a new awareness of some kind. Now, in that, I do see that there is, in moving forward, this is good energy, right? For someone, you're loving this. It's like pleasure to your mind, right? Whatever this experience is, maybe you've been waiting for your next season to come, right? And it's here, and you're like, finally, I can finally put that to rest so we can move forward. Because you're moving forward into a place where not only are you going to enjoy it with the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Wands says that you're going to feel successful. You're going to feel victorious. Like everything about this experience is going to affirm you should be here, right here, in this place, in this moment, in this space, in this energy. Every part of this experience is for you. That's how you're going to feel. And that may, in fact, be how you're feeling right now, because this is taking a look at, how you're perceiving things right now, what your thoughts are about what's taking place. You are enjoying this with every inch of your being. With the 10 of Cups, that means not only are you enjoying it, like the environment is enjoying you. The environment is enjoyable to you. There's this mutual reaction, reciprocation of enjoyment for you that you're perceiving right now. And it feels good and affirming. I also have the Empress and the 3 of Wands, right? Yeah. There's something about you being able to see things from a wider perspective. And that's a benefit because it provides a higher level of operation for you. The Empress is being in your feminine energy, not having to, be aggressive, right, with what it is that you're receiving. Like you're just passively accepting this moment. And as things are happening for you and unfolding, you're just passively, receiving it. That's what it means to be in your feminine energy. It's receiving energy, right? It's very nurturing energy. And so right now, I feel like you're thinking of ways to just relax and receive what's for you. hmm I don't feel like you're having to fight for it or, battle over, your position or anything like that. Right now in your mind, you're just relaxed and you're like, what's for me is for me, right? And if it's not for me, then it's just not for me. That's just what it is, right? And so you're enjoying this moment. I love this for you. And if you're not, this is an opportunity to know that, right? Things are, in fact, moving forward. Expansion is taking place. You're being ushered forward into areas that is for you. And I don't feel anything or anyone can stop that. Okay. That's how that feels when you're thinking of this in your mind. This is how you're perceiving things right now. Okay. So, very positive. I like it. Very positive. I think one of the things that stand out with as I look at how you're seeing things is you could be very much aware of your triggers, right? And very much, taking opportunities as they arise to resolve them and to really go deep and discover, okay, why is this coming up right now? Why am I feeling triggered in this moment? Why am I feeling this way? Right? Unless they come up, we can never, deal with them or resolve them. And so triggers aren't necessarily a bad thing. They just let us know what is needed when it comes to healing for us. Okay. And so that is Spirit's way of letting us know how we can continue to grow. And it's a personal thing. Now, Let's see. We have the Page of Pentacles here coming out for you. The Four of Cups. The Queen of Cups. And the Five of Swords. Okay. And so entering into this new space, this new experience, it does feel new with the Page of Pentacles. There's something about possibly meeting different aspects of this experience that feels new, that may cause some friction. It may, like I was saying, those triggers that'll arise as you enter into the space where you are right now, but also having an opportunity to meet those and to deal with them and to allow yourself to find out what is triggering, right? Because as I was saying with the triggers, some of those have nothing to do with the present moment. Some of it is attached to something from the past. It's history resurfacing so that it can finally be healed, right? I feel like there's some part of the challenges, and there are challenges showing up. That's what the Five of Swords says. There are challenges in this moment that feels like it's conflictual in some part mentally, because swords are mental. Doesn't necessarily have to be coming from you. It could be coming from sources around you. It could be coming from frustration in certain situations, right? This could be arising from anywhere. But at the same time, we have the Queen of Cups, which means there is a lot of discipline with the emotions, a lot of wisdom, a lot of being really connected and in tune with what's happening within. You know, the Four of Cups also is that same energy. In the areas where one would feel like they have lost control, the Four of Cups says, okay, let's just take a moment, go within, come on back home to self, right? Even if that means, saying no to certain things until you're able to get back on track with self, right? It's a new experience. And so there are some things about this that will feel different. There's possibly some things that will show up that we didn't intend. There may be some things that are resurfacing, right? But it's doable. This is showing up as a challenge for this experience right now. But remember the value of healing, right? We're a constant work in art. And as we move forward in growth and expansion, and as we move forward and delve into other explorations in life, that's a part of it. Okay, that's the only way that we can continue to grow. If you ever come to the point in your life where you have no conflict, inner or outer, then you've become, what is the word? Very comfortable, and there's actually no more growth happening. And so the signs of conflict may actually point to the signs of growth, whether that's you needing to really find out, what the boundaries should be and reassert boundaries, like however that comes through. It's just the need for growth, right? However we see that. And it says that you have this level of inner balance available to assist you with these situations as they arise in this new experience. Because conflict is arising. I see the Five of Swords here. But I also see solutions available. Okay. All right. Let's get a couple of more before we end this out. All right. So I do have the Tower coming out here. Lots of sudden change coming in. We have the Two of Wands, Five of Wands, and the Page of Wands, excuse me. And so this change, this sudden change coming in is you may even feel the urge, right? All of a sudden, you've been used to doing things a certain way, and all of a sudden, you no longer have the urge to do it that way. There is a redirection that comes in here. With wands, we're talking about doing, and this is in the way that we're doing things. The Two of Wands says, how we're moving forward from where we are right now. We may be making different decisions than, maybe different options are now available now that you're in this new energy. And you have other options other than what it is that you've been used to choosing, right? There's other options that are open now. There's also the Five of Wands, which talks about all these different ways to move and things to do. Like the Five of Wands can sometimes come in as scattered energy because as you look at this card, right, it is like all of these birds have something different on their mind. And it may, it may create a bit of confusion and scatteredness, but it talks about also the change in the way that you are given, the ability to create, to move, to do things, to do things, right? The Five of Wands does not have to be scattered. It just says that there is several different things that are on your plate that you may need to address. Now, bringing in a level of balance, bringing in plans, bringing in structure, bringing in the necessary guidance and planning could very well allow you to utilize this Five of Wands very beautifully. These opportunities that are coming, right? And prioritizing, huge. What is it that I need to do right now? What is most important right now, right? It's making a list of and prioritizing things, especially as you see things opening up and opportunities coming towards you. Because basically, I feel like for whoever you are, you're going to find yourself in a space where you're actually creating what it is that you want. The energy coming through feels like you've been placed in a position to do a rehaul, if that's what you choose to do. There's parts that you may pull forward and continue. There's parts that you may want to just completely leave behind and just say, let's just create something new, something beautiful, right? And so it's going to be up to you how you utilize that. But I see this coming in, sudden change coming into how you operate. Your MO is going to change completely. Your modus operandi, your method of operation is going to change completely, right? You may get up one morning and just no longer even do the routine that you've been doing for like the last 15 years. You may have a vision of a whole new routine drop in, right? It's just going to change suddenly. Options are going to drop in suddenly. You're going to have different choices before you to make. You're going to have the opportunity to reprioritize as well. And it comes to a point where you end up being this very interesting, orchestration of this beautiful energy that's unique. Just when you thought you've seen it all, here comes something that's like, oh, wow, never saw that before. That's very beautiful. It's interesting. What is that? Like, right? I feel like that's going to be the reaction with the King of Cups. Very unique energy, very stable, very self-disciplined, able to actually carry out and execute very beautifully. And has a beautiful way of conveying and connecting with others as well. The Knight of Wands and the High Priestess. Yeah, this feels really beautiful and very connected. I can't help but think of all the intuitive energy that came out in the spread. We have the High Priestess, the Queen of Cups. We have the what else do we have? The King of Cups. We have the High Priestess. The Four of Cups, right? All these cups talk about this experience, this water experience that we're having when it comes to connection, when it comes to how we're able to utilize, the energetic experiences that are open to us. And it's drawing me back to this play card. They're playing in water. And so for someone, this may be even a spiritual experience here. This may be a spiritual experience that's changing. And you understanding, the value of what this is and really allowing yourself to enjoy it because it ends very well. The King of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the High Priestess. Is like this mixture of experiences, right? Intuitive, love, creation, healing, feeling, dreams. It's water energy. And being very much in a place where you're able to instruct that, what that is. Yeah. And so it's a very beautiful energy. And the beautiful thing about the King of Cups, it's relating back to the memory, right? Where we talked about things coming in to test our triggers or possibly things from the past. Well, the King of Cups addresses that energy because the King of Cups is very balanced and mature. And the things that tend to pop up and test the King of Cups emotionally, the King of Cups has actually mastered those things. It is no longer triggered or driven by the emotions. And not only that, these are things that will not trigger or hold back progress for you, right? There's some level of mastery around those experiences, around those triggers, those memories, those emotional moments that will no longer hold you back. That's what the King of Cups says. You will master those things and you will actually come to a place where you're able to use that energy for your purpose, right? As you move forward. There's some empowerment spiritually with the High Priestess. This is intuition, being very connected with your higher source with the High Priestess. Yeah. And because of that connection, it becomes easy to operate between the spiritual and the physical, because you can see both very clearly, right? And so, yeah, understand and pay attention that this energy is with you here. Don't second guess yourself. Trust yourself. That's what I hear Spirit saying. Trust yourself. Yeah, trust yourself through this process. And then with the Knight of Wands, this is all about, as we were dealing with all of these wands that's popping up, that we don't really see. These things are just going to pop up. You're going to be like, okay, well, all these choices, all these options, all these doors opening, being able to kind of create the experience that you want. All of this is popping up unaware. And the Knight of Wands is actually fire energy that's able to help you channel that energy in the right direction. I don't think it's a mistake that they use horses for the knights, because horses have so much power, right? But the thing about power is that it's really useless in many ways unless it's learned, when it comes to channeling it, right? There's a discipline that's needed along with the power for it to be effective, right? So there's something about the Knight of Wands that is giving that energy, the energy of discipline, the energy of wisdom, the energy of stamina, right? Being able to operate on a high level, but also knowing how to operate and utilize what you have correctly, discreetly, not letting the passions get all out of control, right? Ensuring that you come to success with what you're doing, okay? Lastly, we're going to pull a couple of spirit animals for last messages for the encouragement of the day. The Spirit is just letting you know you are right where you need to be. As a matter of fact, be happy that you are where you need to be, because you're not where you were yesterday, right? And this part is the part where you get to really determine and create what this experience is going to be for you. And so there's a large part of this too. The first spirit animal coming out is a hawk spirit that says, let spirit guide you, right? That's a big part of this too. Not saying that we're doing this all alone, but this is like a co-creation with spirit, okay? So there is a dance between, I love to say this phrase too, there's like this dance happening between surrender and, having a level of autonomy, right? And snake spirit comes out with time to heal, okay? Yes, beautiful. There's going to be many opportunities coming up, especially when we get triggered. That's the key word here, memory. Triggered, right? Understand that that's coming up for a reason. And so take that opportunity to ask, why? Why? This is beautiful. I love this. All right, I'm going to take them since they fell out. The ant spirit is the new beginning. Time to collaborate. This is definitely a spiritual collaboration. This is you letting spirit guide you. You also taking the opportunities where spirit is giving open leeway for you to lead the way as well. It's a co-creation with you and spirit, you being guided by spirit. That's the high priestess, you being tuned, right? When you're tapped in and tuned in, you cannot go wrong. You can't, right? So taking time to collaborate means setting time apart to be in tuned and to listen to the guidance coming in, right? That's part of this process as well. And rebirth is assured with that. This is all about a new experience from the inside out. I really do feel that. And so 32 could be significant. 55 is a master number. That's a high level master number. I'm trying to think of people who actually registered as 55s. I think it was like, I think Michael Jackson was either a 44 or a 55, but it's people who register really high on their spiritual journey as far as their life purpose is involved. And so if you're a 55, right, this could be for you. A number one could be significant. It's definitely about new beginnings. Number one represents new beginnings. And then a number five could be significant as well. This is all about transition. This is change at its finest, right? Beautiful moment. Now, the 32 does turn into a 7. I do feel like it has lots of spiritual undertones and connotations to it. The 55 for the snake turns into a 10. This is all about it ending, coming to one particular part of the journey as you're entering into something new. And then it also turns into the 1 again. Okay, so those numbers could be significant. All right, that is the message today. Thank you so much for stopping by for the encouragement. It's all about how you're seeing it, right? I feel like for someone, this is very beautiful energy coming in and you are enjoying it right where you are right now. I feel like for somebody, you would not rather be any other place. You're seeing right where you are, even if you are experiencing some moments of conflict, right? You would not rather be anywhere else. And you understand that this, where you are right now, is a moment of extreme abundance for you in every way. Okay. And so stay right there. Okay. Right? Don't let anyone take this away from you. This is for you. Spirit is saying this is our moment to co-create together. Okay. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to read for you all. The encouragement of the day coming through. Until next time, hit that like button, share. You can subscribe, hit the bell if you do. You can comment. If you don't want to comment under my live, you can always go over to my email and shoot me a message. Let me know how you're doing. If you have questions, right? It's all good. Blood Moon Oracle here. Until next time, take care.